So today we're going to talk about how to photograph yourself for your YouTube thumbnails. It's no secret that one of the main things for growing your YouTube channel is coming up with great thumbnails that really get the click and get people to, look at your videos and start to grow your channel. So one of the things that, is hard about that though is that we're not always great photographers. Everybody's not a, world-renowned photographer. And sometimes taking photos of yourself can be a little bit challenging if you don't have that background knowledge of what to do. So today we're going to talk about a few things that we can do to help you take great photos right out the gate. So the first thing you want to do is actually plan out what shots you're going to be taking. If you really want to capture the mood of what your video is going to be about, it's a great idea to really look at what your titles are and what your videos are actually about and really start to plan out what the thumbnail image is going to be. Sometimes it's even better to do it before you start filming the video so that you have a really good concept of how those things are going to tie together, because that's one of the main things that you really want to do. You want to capture what is actually being said or shown in the video. You want to be able to capture the essence of that with your thumbnail, and at the same time bring something that's a little bit wowing so that people actually want to click on the thumbnail and get to the next phase, which is actually watching your video. So again, the first thing you want to do is kind of plan out what you're going to be taking a photo of. And that can be as simple as, thinking about props that you might want to hold while you're in your photo, or, just composition or layout wise, what you're going to be doing to, if you want to add text in your photos, or if you're going to do text overlays in your photos, really kind of planning out the shot from a layout perspective really helps organize your ideas before you actually get to the point of snapping the picture. Now, the next thing that may be of great help is shooting in natural light. Natural light has a great way of, capturing an emotion of a picture without, it being too harsh. And shooting in natural light is a great way to add, a low cost, emotional, as well as production value to your photos without the need for a large photography rig. Now, if you are familiar with, using photography lighting, I would advise, definitely take advantage of that by, using, ring lights or anything else that's going to give you the lighting situation that you're looking for your specific photo. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's really about, capturing something that is going to work for the story you're trying to tell in your specific photo for your specific video. Now, a great inexpensive light for this application is a decent ring light. And I'll leave one in the description down below. A lot of people use ring lights even for videoing on YouTube because it offers a nice, even, soft light source that is really good and conducive for this type of work where you're going to be talking on camera and don't want to give too much dramatic lighting. Now, there are instances where you do want dramatic lighting, like if you're doing cinematic type work. But for the most part, if you're doing talking head type videos, it's good to have a nice even tone of light. Again, if you are familiar with or you do have other camera equipment, make sure you do set the camera aperture and shutter speed and all of the settings correctly so that you can capture the best image quality possible with that specific camera. But for most applications such as this, if you're taking, stills just for, your thumbnails, you can typically use your phone, and make sure you use your phone in selfie mode so that you can see yourself and kind of frame your shot the way you want to frame your shot. And if you do have the advantage of having a camera with a flip screen that is a more high production camera, please do use the flip screen so that you can again see yourself and frame your shot the way you want to frame it according to your guidelines that you kind of nail down in step one, which is, kind of planning out your shoot. Using those two things together, you can really start to nail down some really cool ideas. So the last but not least thing that you want to do in your photos for your thumbnails is definitely be expressive and kind of speak to the mood of or the overall tone of what you're trying to portray in the video. So for instance, if the video is about something exciting, maybe showing an exciting face or, shooting yourself doing something exciting. So definitely be expressive, but, don't try to steer too far away from what the video is actually about, because that's something that actually can hurt you in the long run. As people start to click on your thumbnail, if it's too clickbaity and not representative of what's actually happening in the video, it could actually hurt your watch time. So I wouldn't advise doing that, but do use, whatever method you can to kind of enhance the visual of what you're doing so that people do, feel compelled to click. So these are just a few of the things that you can do to really improve the process of taking photos of yourself for your YouTube channel and your YouTube thumbnails. I hope this was helpful to someone, and we'll see you in the next one.